Welcome to This Explainer. Listen, if you want to stay vibrant, active, and firmly on your feet as the years roll by, you are definitely in the right place today. So many of us harbor this deep-seated fear that losing our mobility is just, well, an unavoidable fact of aging, right? We watch older relatives slow down and we start to worry that our own strength has some sort of invisible expiration date. But today, we're taking a strictly evidence-based approach to challenge that fear head-on, unpacking some truly incredible insights from Vitality in Motion, Dr. Amna's Guide to Aging Strong.
Okay, let's dive into this. Is physical decline just an inevitable part of getting older? I mean, we've been culturally conditioned to believe that the moment we hit a certain age, our leg strength and mobility will just naturally fade away. It's almost universally accepted as a given, this idea that time equals weakness. But Dr. Amna's work? It demands that we challenge that assumption right here and now. What if the true nature of aging isn't what we thought it was at all? What if we've been blaming the entirely wrong culprit this whole time?
And this brilliantly illustrates a massive, empowering paradigm shift. The pervasive myth out there is that physical decline is inherently driven by the mere passing of time. But think about it. Time is totally passive. We can't pause the clock. We can't rewind the years. But the reality is that physical decline is actually driven by nutritional deficiencies. Guys, this is an absolute game changer because our nutritional choices are active. They are entirely within our control. The moment you realize that what's holding you back might not be the calendar on your wall, but actually the contents of your plate, you immediately take back your power over your own body.
So, to help us understand how to wield this power, let's break this down. First up, Pillar 1, the nutritional foundation.
If nutritional deficiency is the primary driver behind losing our leg strength, well, specific nutrients become the absolute heroes of our mobility story. First up is high-quality protein. Dr. Amna highlights this essential macronutrient, which, by the way, is easily found in something as accessible as eggs, as a vital tool for muscle repair. You see, as we age, our bodies become kind of less efficient at processing protein, meaning everyday wear and tear takes a much heavier toll. By consciously reaching for high-quality proteins, you're literally handing your body the exact tools it needs to continuously repair and rebuild that muscle tissue. It's like a construction site. It's not about trying to bulk up like a bodybuilder. It's just about providing the critical maintenance materials your legs need to carry you securely through your day without faltering.
But here's the thing. Protein doesn't do the job entirely on its own. It needs a support system. So, the crucial point is understanding the specific roles of these essential support nutrients, vitamin D and magnesium. Vitamin D is absolutely critical for maintaining balance, and think about how vital balance is to preserving our independence. Without it, the fear of falling can literally paralyze our daily routines. And then we have magnesium, which is crucial for preventing muscle cramps. Actually, scratch that. It's not just preventing them, it's stopping those sudden painful cramps that frequently plague older adults and stop you dead in your tracks, making you hesitant to even want to stay active. Together, managing your vitamin D and magnesium forms this amazing protective shield for your daily mobility.
Now that we know our nutritional heroes, we have to look at Pillar 2, the enemies of mobility.
Now, what's really interesting about this dynamic is how clearly it maps out the direct cause and effect relationship between our modern lifestyles and our physical decline. A high-sugar diet directly results in systemic inflammation throughout your whole body. Compound that with a sedentary lifestyle, just sitting too much at desks or on the couch, and it leads to exacerbated muscle loss. Dr. Amna explicitly warns against these two factors. They're a dangerous compounding combination. You eat the sugar, your joints and tissues inflame, you stay seated, and your muscles literally waste away at an accelerated rate. It's a vivid structural picture of how seemingly harmless everyday habits rapidly accelerate the loss of our strength.
So understanding the heroes and the villains naturally brings us to our empowering final phase, Pillar 3, the holistic action plan. Let's move to and see how this builds into a highly actionable procedure for your everyday life. The absolute secret sauce here is small, consistent adjustments. Step 1 is adjusting your dietary timing to maximize muscle synthesis. Basically, just ensuring your body gets that high-quality protein right when it needs it most. Step 2 is adjusting your daily activity levels to combat that sedentary muscle loss we just talked about. And hey, the most important word here is small. Maintaining your independence doesn't require these massive, exhausting life overhauls that you're going to inevitably abandon after a week. Not at all. It requires just consistent, tiny tweaks, getting up to move just a little bit more each day.
All of this beautifully culminates in Dr. Amna's core philosophy. Preservation of leg strength and mobility is a natural part of aging. That is the central thesis of this entire explainer. It's an incredibly optimistic, yet entirely scientifically backed reality. We are actually biologically meant to stay strong as we age. Physical decline isn't some mandatory toll we are forced to pay to time. Vitality is our natural state as long as we simply provide our bodies with the right nutrients and the right daily movement.
Which leaves us with one final, provocative question to consider today. Will you let time dictate your mobility, or will you take control of your plate and habits right now? The research is clear, and the framework is right here for the taking. By addressing those nutritional deficiencies, prioritizing high-quality protein like eggs, managing your essential vitamin D and magnesium, and fiercely fighting back against sugar and sedentary habits, you hold the keys to your own lasting independence. I really hope this explainer leaves you feeling empowered and totally ready to apply Dr. Amna's insights. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this fascinating topic. Now, go take a look at your daily routine and ask yourself, what small adjustment can I make right now to keep my vitality in motion?